Tonight, the Altoona Johnstown Catholic Diocese is reacting after the release of a report on how they are better protecting children from sex abuse. The findings come from an independent oversight board for youth protection that was appointed by the diocese. You may remember this all stems from a Pennsylvania grand jury report in 2016 that documented decades of sexual abuse of children by priests and alleged cover-ups by church officials in the Altoona Johnstown Diocese. Charlotte Ames joins us now live with more on how the diocese is reacting. Charlotte?
That's right, Amanda. An agreement between the U.S. Attorney's Office in Western Pennsylvania and the diocese mandated the creation of this independent oversight board and charged it with overseeing reforms to protect children and youth. Now, in its first report today, the board says much has been done by the diocese, but much is left to do. This 14-page report concludes that the diocese has made significant and measurable progress towards developing a comprehensive program for preventing the abuse of its children. What has been done? Some of the reforms include public disclosure of priests and others accused of sexually abusing minors. It also mentions automatic and immediate referral of credible allegations to law enforcement, improved mandatory background checks and training for clergy, employees, and volunteers, payment for counseling of victims, a 24-hour child sexual abuse hotline, and the hiring of a victim advocate. What remains to be done? The report noted that all of the policies in the world won't work if they're not implemented and enforced. To that end, it strongly recommends that each parish have a leadership team safety committee and that churchgoers take a more active and formal role in making sure that the reforms are carried out and monitored for effectiveness. We talked to diocese spokesperson Tony DeGaulle for a reaction to the findings.
We're very open to seeing what the parishes are willing to do, and hopefully many people at the parish level will be embracing something like that. So we're optimistic that things like this are all things that could happen in the near future.
The report also calls for the diocese to implement a procedure for follow-up on referrals to law enforcement authorities and better promotion of the child sex abuse hotline.
We've put a lot of policies in place. We've changed a lot of things over the past year or more in responding to the clergy sex abuse crisis. But the key moving forward really is building that complete culture of child protection, safe environment. That requires everyone to be active participants. That includes everyone from the bishop to the clergy to the lay staff here to even the individual who just wants to volunteer in one of our parishes.
Now, the report also highlights the importance of strengthening the culture of protection, noting that culture always trumps policy and that while the diocese has put policy in place, it must continue to work on the culture. Charlotte Ames, WTAJ News.